We are not professional at all, so we're just gonna have a fun convo with you. All right. Just want to make sure that you knew ahead of time that this is amateur hour over here.
Okay, let's get into it.
So very similar to my acting ability, but all right, here we go.
Can I just say something?
Please.
Of course.
Travis, I'm so glad that you texted me and told me you had a new phone number, because I've been texting your number, trying to just gassing you up, telling you did so good. I was asking you, like, what did your teammates, what your people say? Like, you know, how you feeling about it? Did you watch it? And you know what I got? Crickets.
Crickets? No.
I said, I know you ain't got brand new.
Oh, no, not me. Not me. I did have to switch it up, though.
Did you see how I shook my neck around when I said it? Because that's what I meant. I know you didn't get brand new.
Not me. You know me better than that. It was getting crazy. I was finally in a show with someone as amazing as you. I had everybody hitting me up, blowing me up. I had to switch it up on them, man. No, I'm sorry about that. You already know. And I'll tell you what, I got clowned once I started talking about that banana hammock.
Hey.
Yeah.
So this is what I've been
Big Peter. Big Peter and the banana splitter.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite line.
What did your teammates think of it?
They're very interested in the dynamic on the show. Like everybody's kind of like mind blown on like what's really going on during the show. So that is kind of like taking like everybody's mind away from me as an actor. They're involved
in the story.
Yeah, they're engulfed in the story now.
So plot. It's like, that's how you know it's good.
Yeah, exactly. And then during the character switch up, the look is where I started getting clowned. There was the mullet suited me in the show, but does not suit me outside of it. So
I know Chris Jones has said something about this show. I know Chris Jones.
You know what? Chris hasn't came up to me yet.
No,
I hope he does though. I hope he does, because 9-5 is hilarious, man. He's one of a kind.
I love it. I just want to say, I thought you did such a good job.
I appreciate that, Niecy.
I hope you're not one of those people who are afraid to watch yourself, because I want you to be proud of yourself. I really do.
I was definitely watching myself, but it's the same thing with like my view on football, or really anything that I do, even like the the game show that I did on Amazon. I look at myself and I'm like, man, I could have did that better. I could have did this better. I could have did this better. And I just always have this mentality of like wanting to do things better than what I did on camera or what I've done in the past. And
but that's how you grow. That's how you grow. We all do that. We all look at it and say, oh, I should have made a different choice. So then the next time you get on camera, you're going to remember that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that was a question I wanted to ask you. When we watch ourselves on tape, I feel like every great football player kind of hates the way they play football. They're always trying to get better. Is it similar when like actresses or actors are like watching themselves on tape? Are they like, oh, I wish I would have done that? Yeah, it's similar, you're saying?
Well, you know, some people do not watch themselves.
Really?
They absolutely are a place where they're like, I can't.
Okay.
I don't want to watch it. I walk away from it when it's done, and I don't think about it. Not me. If I could watch every take back in the moment, I would, because I like to course correct and self-adjust in the moment. So what I do is I try to give slightly different reads every time, so that they have something to work with in the edit.
Right.
You're so good at that. I remember the first scene we had, I was just sticking to the script. I was like word for word trying to just stick to the script. I wasn't trying to waste anybody's time. And you lightened the mood. You made it so comfortable as a professional. And I did see that you were looking at you were processing how you were doing things. And it was so cool to see your professionalism and everything on set. But before we get to any more questions, we got to get the intro, Jason.
Yeah, I know. Well, we were having such a good conversation.
We got to get the intro.
What's the intro? What do we got to do?
I'm going to knock it out. We're going to go right back to what we were doing, but I'm going to do this intro real quick just to hype this up a little bit. All right. From Cal State University, she's a daytime and primetime Emmy award-winning actress. Yeah. You know her from her work in Reno 911, Getting It On, Claws, Dahmer, and of course, alongside Travis in Grotesque at E. She is also our first non-relative female guest. Yes, that's right.
That is
Please
right.
Welcome the wonderful Miss Niecy Nash.
Miss Niecy Nash-Betts in the house.
I should say Mrs. Niecy Nash-Betts, but
I love that. And I love that I'm the first woman who's a non-relative.
Oh, yeah. You had to get a real one. We were waiting for a real one to come available. We appreciate you jumping on with us. You already know we had so much fun shooting Grotesquerie. And it was something that I was so blown away by in terms of, we kind of mentioned it already, but your professionalism and just how you made set fun. Doing the TikToks, making everybody feel like they were a part of the team. You made it a team atmosphere, and that's where I really started to feel comfortable in doing everything. And I can't thank you enough for everything you've shown me and making everything so much fun.
Well, you know the thing of it is that the show is so dark. So I wanted to make sure that in the in-betweens, like we sitting around looking at dead bodies all day, or, you know, and blood is on the ground, and you know what I mean? We in the hospital set all day. I wanted to make sure that I kept the crew up. Oh yeah. You know, so that we can still have fun at work. You know, a lot of people go to work and do not have fun. And I'm like, no, I want everybody to feel like we're having a good time, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, you definitely did that. That's for sure.
Well, speaking of everybody on set, everyone wants to know what it was like working next to the diva that is Travis Kelce. How much did you have to hold his hand? He did fantastic. He really looks great. But I know that just like in football, it's only as good as the people around you and the supporting cast.
Ain't that the truth?
The other people that you're on set with. So, yeah, what was it like working with the Trav man on an acting set?
I'm going to say this. I've said this behind your back.
I love where you're prefacing this already.
So I'm going to say it to your face. Listen, you are probably the nicest and the greediest person I've ever met in my life.
Wow.
You are so greedy. And you bougie greedy.
Oh my God.
Have you ever met anybody that was bougie greedy? Ladies and gentlemen, right here. This man right here.
I like nice things.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's one thing to be like, oh, hey, and I seen you do this. Have somebody run out and give me a couple of burgers and, you know, okay. But then somebody, I'm like, what's that you eating now? My chef prepared this for me. I'm like, what? Anytime he was not filming, he was eating. I told Travis, I said, hey, we got this scene. They're going to put food out. You know, maybe you don't want to eat a lot because whatever you do in the first take, you got to keep it up all day. He's like, well, them meatballs look good. I'm like, right? But maybe... And now you 15 and 20 meatballs in. I'm like, now how you feel?
Like I need some more caffeine.
So good.
You are too funny for that.
Oh, that is great.
I was just trying to make sure I was, you know, eating dietary. You know, I had my diet. I had my nutrition stuff that I had to do in the off season. I'm making up a whole bunch of shit. I just wanted to go ahead. I was just hungry. Yeah, you already know Chef Cool in the house, baby. Hooking it up out there in California, man. That is too funny. That's so funny you picked up on that.
No, but he was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to have on set. And I love that he didn't take himself too seriously. I even had our crew give him different things that he could do for when you do a field time. What is it when you make the point? You catch the ball.
Touchdown. Oh yeah, the touchdown. Yeah, the TikTok. You already know.
I'm calling field time from now on.
Field time.
Yeah, field time.
But I don't know sports that much, but I had people give him different ideas for dances he could do.
Oh yeah, I still got to hit a few of those. I haven't been in the end zone enough this year to hit them, but
he got in this week.
You know, your favorite one was a Lil' Kim.
The Lil' Kim. Hey. You killed that one. I still got to hit it. You already know it's coming up. Next touchdown I get, I'm hitting that one.
Is there like a etiquette when you're on set with somebody that like actors and actresses know? Did you have to really help him acclimate to like this world? Does that make sense?
Yes, I do. And one thing that I would say is like sometimes when you don't know everybody or you're new to a set, you kind of are unto yourself. He got the folk he come with, and it's like, no, come over here, come on. The water's fine. Yeah. We're going to run the words. And, what I wanted to also try to help you do, Trav, was to trust your gift. Like, you're naturally charming. You got a little swag about yourself. Use all of those things and don't be married to the words.
Yeah.
Because we had the luxury of kind of moving the words around a little bit. So how they may feel better in your mouth, you can kind of switch them up a little bit. And I love that, he just leaned right in. He was like, okay, got it. Let me try this. Let me try that, and
well, you definitely made me feel
it turned
comfortable.
out great.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And the show really is so much fun. It really is so cool to like watch. It could be a part of something like that and see it kind of like just the final edits and it finally hit the TV. It is so cool to be a part of it. And I can't thank you and obviously Ryan and Courtney B and everybody involved. That shit was so much fun.
Do you know when we had the premiere? So Mama Kelce came.
Uh-huh.
She was cute. She was cute as a butt. Had a little outfit on. I'm like, okay, girl. And so I was able to talk to her at the after party. Mm-hmm. And when I tell you, she could not have been prouder of you. You know what I mean? And I'm a mom of 3. And, sometimes you clap for your kids because you have to. You like, oh, okay, baby. Look at her. And then sometimes you like, no. The whole, what I like was watching your mama watch the audience.
No,
because when people were going up in the theater, she was looking around like, that's my baby. It was nice. It was nice.
Making Mama Kels proud is always one of my favorite things to do. I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah.
If some of this was your guys' freedom of expression, was it Travis's choice to have the mullet with Ed Lachlan? What was that look about?
At GoDaddy, we know your website is the center of your online business. Help protect.
We had to switch it up, man.
You're Rico Suave 1 second, and then you look like you crawled out of a swamp in the next set.
I loved it so much. Because all of the characters had a duality that we played, because part of it is in Lois's coma state, how she saw people, and then you got the real life when she wakes up.
Yeah, but we still don't even know. There might be another state. Niecy, I don't know what's happening in this show right now. I am so confused. I cannot wait for the finale.
That's so good.
Let me help you. Give you a little bit.
Can I give you my theory?
Go. Do it.
Let's hear this.
My theory, and this was my first thought was, this gives me this, it feels like we're in like a mental hospital. That was my first thought when I saw the show. Then I'm like, okay, now Lois is in the coma. Maybe, and then that got revealed, and that came out of, I didn't know you would be in a coma too. There was a lot of signs, though. Reddit was all over the place saying she's in a coma. Like,
you're just reading comments. This guy
I did. But the first one, though, I was like, this feels like, for some reason, it felt like it was in a mental hospital. Now I'm back into that. I feel like Lois and some of these characters are in some type of institution. I don't really know what's happening, but that's kind of my theory. So it's not fully put together.
Oh my God, Jason. Can I tell you right now, you are so wrong.
Stupid.
Trav has been telling me I'm way off the whole time.
I've been trying to tell this guy. He doesn't have a fucking clue.
All right.
He's just so stubborn in his ways. He's just like, I know. I
was like, maybe Lois and Merritt are the same person.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm like trying, like, I don't know.
You reaching. All right.
He's in his own head.
Yeah. Pump the brakes, bro.
All right. I will pump the brakes. Okay. You said you could help me. Help me out.
Okay. So the beginning of the series, Lois is in a coma. By the time, and this is everything that's happening in her mind. By the time you get to episode 7,
yes,
that's the reveal.
Right.
She was really in a coma. All of those other episodes, now she's awake, and this is her waking life. Yeah. The problem in her waking life is that somebody started to recreate the murders that were in her dreams.
Right.
So
you could hear the doctor, and you could hear people talking when you were in the coma, and that was impacting. So who
is the person who is really committing these murders based on her dreams?
I know.
I know you don't know. I just heard your theory.
Yeah,
I know you don't know.
I'm way off.
It's such a fun story to be a part of, though. I'm assuming Ryan came to you with this.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about that for a little bit. How, like, you've been in a few other Ryan Murphy projects, correct?
Yes, I did Scream Queens. I did Monster,
Dahmer.
the Jeffrey Dahmer story.
Yep.
And one other thing that we did a pilot for that never got picked up, and I was in his very first series called Popular as a guest star. Yeah, so we've worked together a couple times.
Nice. You guys have such a fun relationship. How has that been, like, growing, especially winning all these Emmys together and just taking over the TV world?
You know, it's so important to me for people that I care about, I consider I have a friendship, I love, that I do good work for them.
Mm-hmm.
I never want to phone it in and rest on the relationship I have with somebody to be like, oh, you know, I could just do whatever. So it's so important for me to get it right, especially for people that I love. And then the awards are just the icing on the cake.
That's awesome. Well, it's fun as hell working with Ryan. And it sounds like you got another one. Are we allowed to say you got another one in
you can
the
say
works?
Because I got to be there tomorrow morning. You can say it. Yeah, I'm doing Ryan's new series. It's called All's Fair. It's about an all-female law firm led by Kim Kardashian, Naomi Watts, Glenn Close, Sarah Paulson, Tiana Taylor, and me.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
We're the gals.
Talking about a cast. Wow.
Very
That's going to be awesome. We talked about a little bit earlier that you watch yourself on film. Do you have a favorite role that, like in your head, that's your favorite role you've ever done?
That's a great question.
See, that's tricky because for a long time, because I started in comedy,
right,
I never got the opportunity to play any drama because people thought, oh, we know you. Things that I did in my funny life that I love because I was in that world longer than this one. But, oh, that's so hard to pick one. But I would say I did a series on HBO called Getting On. Yeah. I did 3 seasons of it. It was an industry darling, but it didn't catch on to the masses. But when the industry saw me do that, they started to trust me with drama.
Gotcha.
So that was the role that changed my life because it allowed me to show people that I'm not just a one-trick pony. I got a lot of tricks up in here.
Hey, multiple tricks.
Sure do. It's actually very cool. You were talking about how you started off in comedy. That really wasn't like the lane that you like wanted to choose. We were kind of talking about this on set one day.
No, I never wanted to be funny. Let me tell you, Jason, I told Trav, I said, I never wanted to be funny because I didn't think it was anything. All funny got me was being in trouble. I got suspended at school. Yeah. I got pinched at church. They put talks too much on my report card. So my mama said, well, what was you talking about? I was telling jokes. She said, go get the belt. I got a joke. So I didn't think funny was anything. I said, people gonna give me money for acting silly.
Yeah.
And my mother used to tell me that all the time, girl, you so silly. So I just didn't think it was anything.
Well, it sounds like you were born to be an actress and a comedian. That's what it sounds like.
I guess so.
Yeah.
And then I booked Reno 911 and everything changed. I was like, y'all gonna give me money for acting foolish? This is crazy town.
So is it, let me ask you this, is comedy easier than drama? What comes more natural, or which one do you have to do more preparation for?
Okay. For me, comedy, you use the word easier, but I guess if I had to choose, I would say that because I was born funny.
You're just more naturally
the other side, I really have to work to make sure the performance is grounded. I get it right, all of the things. And let me tell you, speaking of mamas, my mama was the one that told me, she said, now, when you do your comedies, now you real funny. But that other stuff, you need to work on that. She told me, she said, my mother said, you find the best class in town and I'm going to work overtime to pay for your classes.
That's a real mother right there.
And that's how we got here, because the other is probably harder for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
Such a cool story, though.
That was one of the things that's really unique about this role in particular with Lois is that, like you said, there's multiple states of her mind frame, and you're just killing it.
Yeah.
Do you map all that out? Like, okay, now I'm in this mindset as Lois where this is happening. So I'm going to respond body language and like kind of mentality this way towards this actor.
The thing of it is, Jason, is that for me, the hardest thing about her is where is she in the addiction?
Yes. Okay.
She suffers from alcoholism.
Yep.
So is she hammered? Is she hungover? Is she tipsy?
Interesting.
How many drinks in? Does she need a drink really bad right now? And she's trying to, what am I playing in each moment of her addiction? Because that's the hardest part, for me. Where is she at this point in this moment to moment in the story with the addiction?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And you nail it. And in each one, you can tell when you are like, the scene between you, Trav, and Merritt, where you're confronting each other in the booth. That scene is like
when
electric.
I tell you, you
came
have
out of
no
nowhere.
idea.
I was like, "Excuse me, what just came out?"
That was like, you know how we always talk about welcome to your NFL moment. That was my welcome to acting moment. Seeing Niecy absolutely kill it in that scene and being a part of that scene. That was definitely my favorite one to be a part of for sure. It was so cool to see her smack the glass and walk out of there.
You know what was funny about that night, Trav, was that I was doing all this. You were like, get up, you're going to rehab. And I'm like, you don't tell me what to do. All of that intensity. And then they would go, cut. And we would be like, like just in the middle of the thing. Because remember,
just like
I did that video. I was like, look at these culprits right here. These are the ones who get on my nerve. We're doing all of this fun stuff, and then they'll be like, and we're back in action. And then I'm like, so once you find it, I could drop back in it after I've mapped it out and know what I'm doing. And then I could play with y'all, behind the scenes, what I mean? Yep. And mapping out that addiction was the hardest part.
That's so cool.
Well,
according to Niecy Nash-Betts, the moment she received an elegant envelope addressed to her in beautiful handwriting became one of the most surprising and heartwarming experiences she's had in a long time. The 54-year-old actress admitted she had heard rumors about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's upcoming wedding, but seeing the official invitation with her own name on it still left her speechless. "I had to double-check my name," she laughed during a recent podcast appearance. "I told my wife, honey, this Travis guy is serious." Her enthusiastic storytelling and warm personality quickly set social media buzzing. The podcast clip spread across multiple platforms and reportedly gathered millions of views within just 24 hours. A little-known connection. During the interview, Niecy revealed that she first met Travis Kelce at a sports and entertainment event in Los Angeles several years ago. She described him as incredibly polite, full of positive energy, and someone who naturally makes everyone around him laugh. She also shared how impressed she's been watching him grow since going public with his relationship with Taylor Swift. "He looks more mature and calmer. You can see that love has helped him grow in such a beautiful way," she said. Although they weren't longtime close friends, Niecy explained that receiving the invitation felt deeply meaningful. "Not everyone remembers you when they're planning something this big. That means a lot." Her admiration for Taylor Swift. When the conversation turned to Taylor Swift, Niecy couldn't hide her admiration. She described the global superstar as a true cultural icon with a genuinely kind and generous heart. Niecy recalled attending a charity event where Taylor took the time to personally speak with attendees. "She's not just famous, she truly cares," she said. Knowing she might get the chance to witness such an important milestone in Taylor's life, the actress said she felt both honored and emotional. The most anticipated wedding of the year? According to circulating media reports, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's wedding is rumored to take place in Montana, a location believed to offer both privacy and breathtaking natural beauty. While neither star has officially confirmed the details, insiders suggest the guest list could include major names from Hollywood, sports, and music. Niecy Nash-Betts being included has only added to the buzz. Fans react. After the podcast aired, fans of all three stars flooded social media with excitement. Many praised the idea of bringing together entertainment, sports, and music worlds for such a major event. Some even joked that they hope Niecy will narrate behind-the-scenes moments in her signature humorous style. Glamorous plans. Niecy ended the interview with a playful note about what she might wear to the big day. "I don't know what I'll wear yet," she joked, "but it will definitely be glamorous." With anticipation building and speculation running wild, this wedding, if confirmed, could easily become one of the most talked about celebrity events of the year.